Classroom newsletters are a great way to share important updates, keep parents informed, highlight classroom events, all in a fun, visually engaging way. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how to create beautiful and customizable classroom newsletters. If you're new here, I'm Rachel Vincent, and I love sharing ways to help teachers simplify their classrooms and their teaching.
If you haven't signed up for Canva before, it is free for educators to get all of the pro features. So you'll just go to Canva for Teachers, put in your information, and once you are on the homepage, then you can just simply type in classroom newsletter and you will see all of the pre-made templates. You are able to customize these exactly how you want. So if you see one that you like, that you want to go with, then you can just click on it and click customize this template, and then you will have that feature. You can also do it from a blank document. So you see here it says create blank, click that. And once it's loaded, because I've already have been looking for a newsletter, it already shows. But again, classroom newsletter, and then you will see them. You just click on them and it will add it to your design. So if you like this one, now you have the option to adjust all of these features on here. All of these little purple things mean you can change it. So here I can change the font, I can change the sizing, the color of the font. Same thing with this box. I can change the color to match anything I want. If you like these colors, it pulls all of it from this background picture here, so you can customize it exactly how you want it. But I don't know about you, I don't have a color printer available to me at school. So I tend to do things that look good on colored paper or in black and white to make copies. So that's what I'm going to show you, maybe with just a little bit of color that might come out in grayscale. So I'm just going to add a page, and I am going to start with some of the elements. I typically like to start with a line and put that towards the top just to kind of separate sort of the title, kind of like what they did with this box, but instead of a box, I'm going to make it a line. So I'm just going to kind of go through this process and just kind of play around with things. So I actually am looking to make a new newsletter this year. I have for the past few years done monthly newsletters and it worked well, but now with our new HMH into reading curriculum, I need to kind of have more of a weekly update where parents know what stories we're reading and what our quizzes and tests are going to be on and different things like that. So I'm looking to do more of a weekly newsletter. I think want to print and send home, but definitely want to send via email and Class Dojo. So we are Miss Vincent's Visionary. So I'm going to make that my title. Let's look at the handwriting, see what kind of options there are. Oh, I like that one. Make that a little bit bigger. One thing I really love about Canva is like, I don't have to worry about this over here. I can just click and drag it to make it bigger, which is so much nicer than creating in PowerPoint, which is where I would usually create things. So visionary news, and then I think I want to put like the week. So let's add or the dates, not necessarily week. So let's just say this is, I'm just going to go with August. Let's see, we start on the 11th, so the 15th. 2025. Just a little tip that when you have the little line over here, that's to like make your text box smaller or larger, but the little dot is what makes it like your font size different. So oftentimes if your box is small here and you make it, it keeps the same size. And if you want to, you just stretch it out and resize it. So just kind of some nuances. I'm going to add a box now, a shape. Okay, it's pulling whatever default or probably color from here. So I am going to just make my boxes. I'm going to make it transparent. That's what this little thing is here. And then I want a border. Okay, so I want a spot for our stories that we are reading. And then I'm just gonna duplicate this box because it's already formatted. I want a place for upcoming events. And then I want, I guess, another one of these. It would be nice if I could get 3 in there. I bet I could. Okay, so to select more than one thing, you just drag and click over it and it'll highlight. So I just want those 2. If I wanted it all, I could move them all, but I'm just going to slide those two over. Let's duplicate this. Okay, so I need to make him a little bit smaller. Yes, that's the size I need. Duplicate. Oops, I just trashed. Undo. Duplicate. Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to select them all, and I'm going to come up to this little more button, and I'm going to do align elements, and I want to, nope, I don't want to center them. I want to, well, I guess they're already aligned. I can group them and then center it on the page. Oh, I can make these longer. Okay, go back to grouping so I can just do it all at once. And I will probably make this match length. Same thing with this line. These are just little nuances that oh, that line was not straight. I personally like. You can do it however you want. Okay, so let's add some headings. So this is probably going to be upcoming dates. And so this is where I would put all of whatever's happening. And then I use the arrow sometimes when I can't get it exactly. So I don't want to, I just want to go down just a smidge. So that's when I use that. Okay, perfect. I'm going to put quizzes and tests. Just duplicate that. And then what will this box be? What am I always telling parents? I'm going to just make this like a reminders. And then the final box, I'm going to do what we're learning. Then I would go in and add the information using the body text for like this week's story is, what's our first story? Flora and Ulysses. Okay, I wouldn't put this in there every week, obviously, but if this is the first time, the first story we're doing, I'm gonna underline the name of the story and change my font. Okay, I will probably pop that down a little bit. You get the idea of, you know, how to create one that fits your needs. I would probably want to put some sort of element because it's very black and white. We're doing an ocean theme at my school this year, and go to graphics, see what we get. Oh, look at the cute turtle. Yep, we're adding these cute little guys. And I love that, that's cute too. All right, let's see all. Let's go watercolor to get all of the cute, pretty, how come that's not getting added? There it goes. This is just how you would create one from scratch. I obviously have already said that I'll be printing it out in black and white, so these aren't going to show up very good. So I'm going to click Ocean Outline, and then I get some black and white ones that would probably work a little better. Let's see, the dolphin's cute. I wonder if there's any seals, because we are the seals. That's our mascot. I like the little coral looking thing. Starfish is cute. I could put it up here, and then I can rotate it. Let's see if I can find a seal. No, these are adorable, since we are the seals. We are the seals. That's our school song. Okay, I don't like how that line goes through it. There you go. Add cute little touches. Obviously, this is definitely more eye-catching, and this would be great if you were sending it, and I love that you could actually add pictures to it from, but if you're looking for real basic, which is generally what I'm looking for, because when we get into the nitty-gritty of things, of like having something like full out, but this would be perfect for exactly what I need. I usually send all this information in my weekly update email, but having it visually like this, one, I could post on my website. I can send it via Class Dojo. I can send a picture copy through email as well. I could even print it and send it home with students, which I don't know, I might do, but I would click share and download, and I would save this as a PNG. I'm going to do just the current page so that it would be easy to share via Class Dojo and email. Well, I can send a PDF via email, but this would be really nice to share on Class Dojo, and then I can download it as a PDF so that I can print it or add it to my website, all those things. So, and I would download as a PDF. Here it is as a PDF, and then here this is as a image to share. You can also immediately, I save everything in my Google Drive. So if you click the share again and go to see all and save to your Google Drive, then once you have connected your Google Drive, like I can go quickly in here and put it in my classroom folder, my newsletters, and just save it right there. And so now the PNG is there. I could save it as a PDF. So then when I'm emailing and pulling it, it comes straight from my Google Drive, which is where pretty much everything is at this point. So now if I click onto my Drive and go to classrooms and newsletters, there it is right there. It actually, I must have saved both of them. So they're both as a PNG because I forgot to click current page. These are the ones I did monthly, right in Google Slides. And I have this whole slideshow like linked on my class website so that when I update it here, it automatically updates on my class website. This is just a background picture image, and I actually have all of these little templates in my TPT store if you're interested in having sort of the template set up for you and you're just creating it. But as you can see, creating one on Canva is just as easy.
If you want to see how to create name tags that match your classroom newsletter or your classroom theme, check out the video that's on your screen now.